The 80s wasn't about flashy pop or polished radio hits. Beneath the bright lights, there was another sound that was harder, grittier, and more connected to the streets. A sound where funk collided with reality, and at the center of that movement was a group that was unafraid to speak directly to the times that they lived in. This group music was more than a groove. It was a warning and a reflection of an era changing in real time. The centerpiece of today's video is all about General Kane. Now before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. This story begins with Mitch McDowell when he formed the band Booty People. Booty People was made up of childhood friends with Lemon Smith, Ricky Hendrix, who is kin to the legendary Jimi Hendrix, Robert Palmer, and Joe Phillips. Success came their way when they released a song, Spirit of 76, which peaked 100 on the Cashbox Top 100 charts and number 88 on the R&B charts. In 1977, Booty People members McDowell, Palmer, and Phillips formed the group General Kane. McDowell used the professional name General Kane in honor of an officer who encouraged his creative dreams when he was attending military school. The group emerged during the rise of electro-funk. They blended funk grooves, electronic production, and street-conscious themes. The group did embrace the new technology while keeping the spirit of funk alive. Their sound was aggressive, rhythmic, and unmistakably urban. The group gained a wider visibility when they signed with MCA Records. This gave them a larger platform to introduce their sound to the club audience and radio listeners. Their music stood out because it balanced danceability with realism. They released a single album for MCA called Let Me In. The group then signed a deal with Groovetown Records and released Get Down Attack in 1980. The group later changed labels again, this time signing with Taboo Records. The group's hit song For Lovers Only is on the group's third album, Girls. The radio station 93.1 WZAK in Cleveland, Ohio wrote For Lovers Only as their theme song for their late night show of the same name. The group's debut single for the label was The Girls, that peaked number 72 on the R&B charts. They then went on to release their fourth album, Dangerous, and this album gave us the hit single, Bomb Body, that peaked number 74 on the R&B charts. After a brief stint with Capitol Records where they released a single, Where's the Beef?, which was a very popular catchphrase at the time. You show me. Where's the beef? A slimmed down version of the group with new writers and producers got a recorded contract with Motown Records in the mid-80s. They also had a somewhat different name and they had a new sound. The group's debut for Motown was with the album Full Chill in 1986. Then came the song that would define their legacy, Crack Hill Applejack. This song peaked number 12 on the R&B charts. This song was an uncompromising reflection of drug addiction in the inner city streets, and despite being barred from airplay, the song still made an appearance on the R&B charts. The song came at a time when many party records avoided serious issues. General Kane addressed the growing crack epidemic directly. Later releases mellow out General Kane's approach without losing their commitment to the basic rap sound of the late 80s. The group's album Wide Open included a romantic ballad of Close Your Eyes, which featured vocals from two of the group's less prominent members. What made General Kane unique was their willingness to merge funk with contemporary. Their music reflected what was happening in Black America during the 80s. Like many electro-funk groups of the era, General Kane faced a rapidly changing music industry. By the late 80s, hip-hop was rising, New Jack Swing was emerging, and traditional funk bands struggled for visibility. Maintaining momentum became very difficult, but their impact remained. Unfortunately, by 1988, the group disbanded. Despite the group's serious themes, their music still moved crowds. They understood how to combine heavy grooves with memorable hooks. That balance made them stand out. General Kane's sound helped bridge the gap between funk and hip-hop. Their use of drum machines, repetitive grooves, and street storytelling became part of the blueprint for later artists. Their music captured a transitional moment in Black music history. After leaving the music industry, McDowell pursued a career in law enforcement as a bail bondsman. Sadly, McDowell and his nephew was shot and unalive in January of 1992. General Kane didn't pretend everything was perfect. They made music that reflected the streets, clubs, and the reality of the times. Their sound captured an era where funk was transforming into something new, something electronic, harder, and real. Because music just doesn't entertain. Sometimes it documents history, and General Kane left behind a soundtrack of a generation trying to survive change. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song by General Kane? Before I go, I want to take a second to promote my Discord. Over here, I provide a safe space for my supporters. We discuss music of all genres. You can provide me feedback on recent uploads, etc. If that interests you, then go ahead and check me out. The link is in my bio. While I have y'all here, if you would like to support the channel further, then feel free to become a member. By doing so, you help make these videos possible. I thank each and every one of you who supported me along this journey.